asked me a question, if you could know the answer to any question other than, you know, that old cliche of what's the meaning of life, what would you like to know? But for me, everything, every question seems like the question that I want to know the answer to. I think that's one of the big problems we have right now is that nobody asks enough damn questions. You know, I think people are sort of becoming complacent and content with just taking things on authority or just, you know, imagining that the questions are too big to be answered or are not really relevant to their lives. But I think every question is an important question. I think people need to start investigating. They need to start asking, what do things really mean? You know, stop taking things on authority. Start going out and asking the questions to those authority. Well, why are you trying to tell me that this is the way it is? You know, I think that's how we end up with corrupt governments and churches running societies and governments and making decisions for us, making big life-impacting decisions for us. And I think it's really important that even on a more minimalistic level, that's how we get smarter as we ask questions. I want to know why our planet is considered by a lot of people to be the only planet when there could be life, when it seems mathematically impossible there's not life somewhere else. I want to know why we settle for a system where people can literally take unlimited money from corporations towards a campaign and we don't call it a bribe. I want to know why we think America is the greatest country in the world when many of us have never even stepped outside of our own borders. You know, these kind of questions are questions that a lot of people within the general public just aren't asking, and I want to know why those people don't ask questions. So I think every question is a question at some point that I want to know the answer to. And I think the idea of, you know, people saying, well, I don't really need to know this because it doesn't really apply to me. I think that is a cop-out and that just perpetuates ignorance, and I want to know why those people are content with being ignorant. You know, like I say, every question is a question worth answering, it's a question worth investigating in some way, shape, or form. It's going to make you smarter even if the answer eventually yields you nothing. Just the process of going through and finding the answer is a life-building, mental-building experience. So, with regards to what question do I want to know the answer to, other than what's the meaning of life? What question don't I want to know the answer to? And why would I want to know what the meaning of life is? I think the meaning of life is simple. That's to ask questions, to go out, to find information. And basically that's, you know, if you have that strategy, if you have that attitude towards life, you're going to continue to get smarter and better, and all the other questions, they're going to have their own answers manifest themselves.
Good.